I'm reading to you today Alice in Wonderland. My childhood. This book was my first book that influenced me psychologically. Ooh, that was so good. It's like I knew exactly where to crack my neck just then. Does that happen to y'all? I'm getting distracted. Let's just get into the book. I hope you can hear me well. Give me some feedback if I need to be a little louder. Okay. I'm gonna skip the prologue. I'll read the prologue at the end. Okay, chapter 1. 10 years later, a horse-drawn carriage Okay, let's actually, before we get into the book, me reading this right now is also helping me as well, okay? Don't get me wrong, I love to read out loud. I can read out loud, I can do it. Just certain words be getting me, and this word got me a little bit, so just have some patience, enjoy. I meant to put that by the way in the beginning. Okay, let's get back into it. Careened, y'all. I feel like that was a typo, but we're gonna pass that. Down the road at a full gallop. Outside the carriage windows, the outskirts of London flashed by. Inside the dark, cramped cab, Alice Kingsley fidgeted with her dress. She wished she could be out in the sunshine with a book and a kitten, instead of stuck here on her way to a dreary, boring party with a lot of dreary people. The little girl, haunted by her nightmares, had grown into a beautiful woman. There was something slightly unusual and unearthly about her beauty. Her large hazel eyes seemed to see things differently from other women her age. Beside her on the carriage seat, Helen Kingsley fussed with Alice's hair. Alice's mother could never understand why Alice's wild blonde mane was so unmanageable. Long golden curls seemed to escape no matter what Helen did to pin them all back. Alice twitched grumpily as her mother yanked on a particular intricate lock of hair. Oh snap, it's actually people in here. I'm reading. Must we go? Alice asked. I doubt they'll notice if we never arrive. She yawned hugely. Her body ached with tiredness, and the last thing she wanted to do was make polite conversations for hours. They will notice. By the way, I'm reading Alice in Wonderland. And I'm not the best at reading certain words, so bear with me. They will notice, her mother said firmly. She adjusted Alice's long blue skirt and reached to retie her waist sash. Her thin fingers poked prongingly at Alice's stomach. Her eyebrows arched in surprise. "Where's your corset?" she asked, scandalized. What was the world coming to? Couldn't the child even dress herself? Dreading the worst, She lifted Alice's skirt above her ankles and gasped. And no stockings? I'm against them, Alice said with another yawn. But you're not properly dressed, Helen pointed out. What would the Ascots think? Who's to say what is proper? Alice said, with the maddening streak of impossible logic she'd inherited from her father. What if it was agreed that proper was wearing a codfish on your head? Would you wear it? Helen closed her eyes. Alice. To me, a corset is like a codfish. Alice said. Please, said her mother. Not today. Alice sighed in frustration and turned to look out the window. Father would have laughed. She muttered. Instantly, she felt a pang of guilt and turned back to her mother, hurt face. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I didn't sleep well last night. Okay, we're going to analyze what just happened. So basically, read something. No fairy tale. Read the U.S. Constitution. What's good, blood bad? What's good? Hey. Wow, y'all were actually watching me. I appreciate it. I'm reading Alice in Wonderland. So basically what's been going on so far is Alice is sitting in a carriage with her mother. And if you've seen the movie, you're cheating. But she's sitting in a carriage with her mother. And she just said to her mother, she just got kind of smart with her mother because her mother is checking her outfit out. And she's like, where's your corset? And Alice is like, why is you on my... It's like, but Alice is like, girl, I don't do the corset thing. And then instead of being just silent after that, Alice decided to, go villain and said, father would have laughed. And by the way, her father died. So, go get a dictionary. Go get a dictionary. Well, I'm reading, so at the same time, I'm going to be learning new words at the same time. Anyways, let's continue. Her mother patted her hand forgivingly. Did you have bad dreams again? Only one, Alice said. Caterpillars and March hares, smiling cats flitted through her mind. Like, honestly, no, I'm saying, I'm not used to saying that in a sentence. That's why I'm, really, getting messed up. She said, only one. Alice said, caterpillars and March hares and smiling cats flitted through her mind. She shook her head. It's always the same, ever since I can remember. Do you think that's normal? Don't most people have different dreams? She gave her mother a searching look, but Helen was examining Alice's attire again with a thoughtful expression. She had never been as interested in Alice's dream as Charles was. Charles is her father. Thanks. At least 3 of them. I told you. This is for me. It's not for you. And you just keep trying to cut my throat talking about, I need a dictionary. I'm reading to help my speech and to be better at pronouncing words. So at the end of the day, you're choosing to watch my journey right now of becoming a better reader and speaker. But really, I don't gotta explain myself because I'm enjoying myself. She gave her mother a searching look. Okay, yeah. She had never been as interested in Alice's dreams as Charles was. I don't know, Helen said vaguely. She removed a necklace from around her neck and clasped it around Alice's with nimble fingers. There, you're beautiful. She patted her daughter's pale cheek gently. Now, can you manage a smile? The horses slowed to a trot as the carriage pulled up the long, sweeping drive in front of the Ascot's mansion. Alice's head ached as she followed her mother out the gardens, where the party was in full swing. Ladies in the newest style of the summer dresses swooped about, twittering over the beautiful flowers like flocks of birds. In the near distance, small skiffs drifted lazily on the meandering river. Okay, so by the way, I'm reading Alice in Wonderland. Okay, let's see what he's been saying. The Sun Man receipts, you are really like, okay, wait. If you read the Constitution, you will learn some new words that you can use. My fault. I was only giving you some good pointers. No, you wasn't. You was trying to come at my throat. Don't try to be nice now. Don't try to be nice now. I did years of speech therapy with my son. It worked wonders. Oh, I appreciate you understanding. Carry on. I know I love Alice in Wonderland. Like, truly, me reading books, though, and not reading out loud, it's not the same. It doesn't feel the same. I could just fly through the books because I love books. Let me show you the books I'm going to read eventually that I've already read, but me actually reading them out loud is a different story, but it's going to help me in the long run. Okay, so this series, amazing. It was so good. I'm going to read these. I'm going to read them to you. And then, right now, I'm also reading Napoleon. Think, Grow Rich. But like I said, it's a different story. It's a different story when you're reading something out loud. And I feel like it's helping my speech in the long run. But at the same time, you're just seeing a part of me of, like, I'm not that good with certain words. But that's going to help in the long run if I keep it up. Anyways, I'm getting distracted explaining myself to y'all. But I really didn't think people was going to tune in. But I'm actually going to end it right there. So we're on page 5. I lied. We're not on page 5. We're on page 15. So tune in tomorrow, and I'm going to read more. Let me see what y'all been saying, because I know some of you was already coming from my throat, Mr. or Mrs. the summon receipts. Okay, wait, let me turn this heater off. I'm sweating, looking like I'm scared or something. Okay. You read well. Now I read well? You was just saying I needed the dictionary. Okay. Oh, thank you. Light is cool. Speaking is an art to practice. Real rodent? Thank you. I really appreciate you. Read everything. We love you, girl. Use your syllables. Why you say you take that back? Hold up. Come on. I take the constructive criticism. Come on. What you mean use your syllables? Okay, I'm about to get out because you're not answering. Anyways. Yeah, I enjoyed myself. So tune in tomorrow and I'm going to read some more Alice in Wonderland. Deuce.